Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Ruiz, and I am a principal with Treasury Strategies. I am based here in Chicago. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about the corporate treasury priorities and what we are hearing from our corporate treasury clients. I have been working with corporate treasurers and CFOs for a number of years, and as you know, Treasury Strategies conducts an annual State of the Profession survey, as well as a WebEx to discuss some of the top-of-mind priorities of corporate treasurers globally. What I want to talk about today is both what we heard out of the previous survey, as well as what we're seeing in the marketplace today. Looking at slide 2 here, you'll see some of the top-of-mind priorities that our corporate treasurers responded to us with. Some of those include financial risk management and exposure to FX volatility, the need and questions around optimizing and centralizing the treasury function, what that means, how to do it, what are the triggers for that, and what are the milestones to look at when considering centralization. Another challenge is around operational efficiency. A lot of our clients perennially talk about the need to have all the nuts and bolts in place, if you will, and both get everything right and have reliable, consistent information coming out of their treasury operations, but also have efficient operations and having the right people in the right positions with the right skills. Another one, and this seems to be a perennial issue as well, is bank relationship management and optimizing bank relationships both domestically and globally. Another, and this has become bigger and bigger, has been visibility to cash and the ability to forecast cash, understanding not just how are we calendaring cash on an annual basis, but how are we forecasting cash to make strategic decisions that impact the business overall. Another, and this is again a perennial issue, is reporting. Are we getting reliable information with which to make informed, actionable decisions that again impact the business? A new one that we've seen in the 9th annual survey is around cyber risk, and we're seeing more and more treasurers globally bring questions to us and bring issues and challenges to us around the need to, I guess the phrase would be batten down the hatches and make sure that the treasury function is as secure as could possibly be. And then, again, perennially, we see challenges with access to credit as well as the need for balance sheet optimization. As I've talked to my clients over the course of, I'd say, the last year and a half or so, we hear a number of things from our clients that I think are of interest. Number one, we hear clients talk about how it takes their organization a number of years to realize that it's not just about having more controls in place in the treasury function, but it's about having the right controls and the right level of controls. I just recently was speaking to a client who was telling me, it's one thing to have all the controls that you can think up, but at some point you have to be able to conduct business. And it's about having a risk-informed decision and making risk-informed decisions with the right level of controls. And that's really about control optimization. Another comment is, we have clients that are holding on to cash. You might say hoarding cash for future opportunities, and things like mergers and acquisitions, things like stock repurchases and what have you. But in reality, that's a cash cushion because they don't really know what's coming down the pike. Now, none of us have a crystal ball, but having a more informed idea and a more reliable, consistent forecast on specifically cash can help improve that reliability and improve those decision-making, well, I guess those decisions around levels of cash that need to be held on hand. Another is, and this is a number of clients, again, that tell us they don't have full visibility to or confidence in the information around their cash flows. And again, they aren't able to make long-term strategic decisions, and because of that, they're in a reactive mode and they're hoarding cash for that rainy day, right? Another is our clients would love to take on more strategic initiatives, but they don't have the time. They don't have an endless amount of resources, and they aren't even confident they have those nuts and bolts in place. They aren't even confident that they have the elementary things, that they're doing those elementary things correctly in an efficient and optimized manner. And finally, just recently had a client tell us that investing short-term cash is a challenge, a conundrum for that client. As we've gone through the course of this year, Treasury Strategies has worked with clients to bring a number of issues which our clients didn't say were challenges to them, but we've brought ideas to them that we are working on right now that may be of interest to the audience listening to this presentation. Number one is the changing interest rate environment and what that means, both for holding on to cash, for allocating working capital, and for making informed investment decisions. In our most recent quarterly cash survey, or our most recent quarterly cash webinar, we talked about the rate liftoff and what that may mean for corporate treasurers. That's becoming more and more of what we consider to be a game changer, both for our U.S. corporate clients as well as our international global clients. Another issue that we are working on quite a bit is the challenge with technology consolidation. And by that I mean this. We've had for a number of years corporate treasury clients coming to us with a need for a more simple, more straightforward platform that supports their policies, their processes, their controls, and their workflows without having to have a lot of different disparate systems, a lot of different Band-Aids on those systems, and just making their lives easier. Technology is not the end-all, be-all. It's not the objective for corporate treasurers. The technology is the platform by which to perform, to get business done. And that technology consolidation, that need for consolidation is something that we are more and more facing domestically and again, politically. Another issue that's come up is the impact to corporate treasurers from country and political risk. Now this is again, something that we did not hear out of the State of the Treasury Profession survey, but it's certainly something that we are talking to clients and working with clients to think through both the challenges, the opportunities, and the benefits. The changing payments landscape is another one that we have a lot of corporate clients as well as our banking partners bringing to us as well their questions and their challenges. The payments landscape is changing rapidly. And our corporate treasury clients are asking us, how do they take advantage of that? How do they even wrap their heads around that as far as things such as same-day ACH and actual technology platforms to reduce costs in the payment environment? Another, which is becoming more and more prevalent and something that we're working on more and more, is the changing legal and regulatory landscape. Issues such as Basel III, and what that means not just for the banks, but for their clients, which are also our clients. Our corporate treasury clients are starting to more and more understand what Basel III means for their deposits and how attractive those deposits are to their bank partners. And we have questions and we work with our clients on thinking through what does that mean in terms of what deposits are considered operational and what deposits are considered non-operational. We have clients that we are working with to think through solutions around Dodd-Frank, the Durbin Amendment, VNAV, the list goes on. And these are things that are going to continue to be challenges for our corporate clients. And finally, talent and succession planning. That's not something that we expected to hear, but it's something that's more and more important to our clients as they're looking for the right people to fill the right roles for the right skills. And as we work with our clients, we're seeing a lot of positive results that are coming out of this work in the course of this year. Improved visibility to cash, improved visibility to working capital, and improved ability to allocate that working capital in a consistent and confident manner with which to make business decisions. Improved efficiency is something that we've spent a lot of time working with our clients on, as well as consistent, accurate reporting with which to make business decisions, as well as a greater understanding of not just the treasury function or the finance function, but the business's performance and the risk environment that the business faces as well. And treasurers are more and more taking a leading role in helping the business understand what moves performance and what moves the needle in terms of the risks that the business faces. Another benefit that we're seeing coming from the work with our clients is a greater understanding and greater documentation around the business processes, workflows, roles and responsibilities, but also that improved control environment We are working with a lot of clients on optimizing the control environment, not just, again, within the treasury function, but also within the greater finance function as well. And now along with that comes a greater understanding of risk, risk exposure, and more importantly, risk appetite. We have worked with a number of clients over the course of the year that have maybe not quite understood and have asked us for help with understanding their exposure, but also how much risk are they willing to take and how much risk can they tolerate. Next would be a greater ability to quantify liquidity requirements for our corporate treasury clients and developing a plan of action, and again with roles and responsibilities, to meet those liquidity requirements. And that can be the short term as well as the long term. And in fact, it's generally both. And finally, I think personally, one of the best results that I see, one of the most rewarding to me is we're working with our clients to help them free up their time via efficiency, via workflow automation, via technology solutions to take on more strategic initiatives, helping our clients move from that reactive, tactical, keep us out of trouble mode to more of a strategic, help the business perform mode. And that's something that we're seeing treasurers take on more and more. This concludes this session, and I'd like to thank you for your time. If you'd like, please connect with us on LinkedIn, as well as make sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, as well as following us on Twitter. Again, my name is Kevin Ruiz, and I thank you very much for your time today.